Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Queen, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. Getting ready for Christmas.
I know. Busy, busy time. That's for sure.
It is. It's
Especially
nice.
for you.
Big families, big families, are great.
Yeah, for sure. So before we get started, I just wanted to put out there again that if anybody has any topics you want us to discuss, to drop it in the comments, send us an email. We would love to discuss it.
Yeah, and even if you just have a question, we have once and we will do again soon questions that people have, just answering different questions. So we could do an entire episode on a topic if somebody puts something in, but we will also answer questions. So yes.
Absolutely. So today we're going to talk about all of the happenings of 2025. Reflect back. It's almost the new year.
Right. It's almost over. Isn't that wild? 2026. Do you remember thinking, like, it seems so silly, but when we were really young, we would say, like the year 2000, like you almost felt like you weren't going to live that long, right?
Yeah. Do you remember the year 2000? Because my
Yeah.
friend just brought it
I do.
up the other day and was laughing because in the year 2000, we were supposed to have some big thing
We thought the
happen.
computers weren't going to roll over.
And
Remember?
yes, and she was laughing the other night because she said, I remember I had my oldest was just an infant, and she said, I remember I lived in an apartment in a high rise, and we had a CVS next door and a Kroger. And she said, I remember you going there 10 times a day, stocking up on everything. And
Right.
her and her boyfriend came to our apartment and we were just waiting for the countdown. And I was so scared. And midnight came and nothing happened. And she was
I
laughing
know.
about it.
Remember, we thought there would be no power, like
Yes,
nothing was just gonna, but it was like, you would be like, oh yeah, in the year 2000, like that
right.
was like, you were never really gonna see it yourself, kind of. Well, as kids, I remember saying it, so silly. And you're like, oh my God, it's 2025,
It's
crazy.
this year flew by. It definitely flew
It
by.
did. Hmm. Yep, days are long and years are fast.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. So, did you want to talk about some of the looking back at the good, the bad, the ugly?
Yep. Yeah. I think
Eh,
that's a good idea. I would like to talk about that.
Yeah, some things that, stuck out to us.
Right.
Definitely, for both of us, the Charlie Kirk assassination was, I think, one of the worst things that happened in 2025.
It was for me. I mean, I think I definitely was somebody who had followed him pretty closely. I really liked him. I loved his message. It was very positive, very, for all the things that you hear people say about him. You know, the one thing he did want is to even he wanted to talk to people that disagreed with him. He wanted respectful, conversations about things. And I think that is awesome. There's so much, that people just get angry with one another, disagreeing with each other. We can disagree and we can also do it respectfully. And we've lost so much of that. But I think he was awesome at that. I loved his message with kids, with talking to the youth. Our universities there's so much indoctrination going on there, and I think it was an awesome idea that he had to do that. And to think he did that when he was so young. He was so young when he started. And, you know, what was horrible to me is not only the way it happened, so shocking, right? Like we were live watching this and it was just horrible.
Horrible.
It was, and I don't know, so much happened from that I think literally, I can even remember Mr. Snotty saying after like a week, he said, I think today's the first day I haven't cried. Like, you know, we just couldn't stop. You know, and it's so weird because I think a lot of people felt this. It was almost like you knew him personally, you know, so many people. And then the uplifting, the service where literally more people were evangelized to than at any other time ever around the world. And the music, it was all so, I truly felt the Holy Spirit in that, from that. I just did. And so many people did. That was really amazing. And I know you had mentioned this before too, to think that you could leave that, when you leave this world, there's no better way to leave with so many people so affected positively. Like there was a lot of nasty, but you know what? Yeah. Most of those people didn't even know really who he was. And they listened to a clip. They didn't listen to the whole thing. They listened, you know, whatever.
That
because he wasn't an ugly person.
About that. No, because if people really listened to him, they wouldn't have that.
No, even I saw where this, I don't know if you ever watch Young Turks. I do watch his name. I can't think. I never know how to say his name. But Anna Kasparian's on there, and I disagree with them 100% on pretty much everything, but I do listen to them. And people kept showing this clip of Charlie Kirk they said he was called somebody a chink. And the guy from Young Turks, his name is something, it sounds, I don't know the proper way to say it either, but it does sound like that. And he has come out and said, because people were going around saying he called somebody that, and he's like, you guys, I didn't agree with him at all. Right. But he was talking to me and he said, I actually was in his audience trying to heckle him, being a jerk. And he was actually speaking to me. He didn't say chink. He didn't know how to say my name right. And he even explained, I didn't like the guy. Right. But that's not what you guys are, you took it out of context. And so there was a lot of that. But there was still so much positive, and it was awesome. What a feeling that would be to think that you could leave that kind of a mark on this world, you know?
Yeah, I agree. That's what I said. You know, such a sad tragedy, but so much good came from it.
Right. And all the people that said they picked up a Bible, they started praying, they went to a church, and just to think differently about, I love the way that there's one video of him and he's talking to these young guys and they were saying, they would have, when they go on dates, they would have the woman pay for herself and stuff. And he was like, no, that's not, he said, you treat everything as if that's your future wife. And he said, what you save in money, what you lose in honor so much. Like, I just love the way he talked about that kind of stuff, like that, because that's the way I feel about things. Right.
Right.
I'm very traditional that way. Obviously, we've already talked about that before. But I think some really amazingly good things happen. There's still all kinds of residual that goes on, and that's kind of
Well, yeah.
normal. And that's really sad that people do that. But I still believe that so many amazing, wonderful things did happen from that. And that makes me feel very happy. For something so sad that could actually just give you such a good feeling.
And that's the thing, and touch so many lives. I mean, and truly touch so many lives.
Right.
That one person, that is just a beautiful thing.
At 31 years old.
That's
31.
what I said. Yeah, he's at such a young age. That's what I said to you earlier. I know.
It's wild. It's wild. And there are people that do, we all have a purpose. We all have something we're supposed to do. We're not all supposed to be on a stage. We're not all supposed to, whatever, right? But we all have something very special. And it's just really nice to see when a person, and one thing that I know we talked about before, but I find really, really remarkable is that people had spoke to law enforcement after that that service at State Farm Stadium. All the people that went there, all the people that couldn't even fit. They had 2 arenas.
Yeah.
Oh, full. Mr. Snotty went and had to turn around and come home.
I remember that.
There was still a line of cars that could not get in. Not one person was arrested. Not one. That is
amazing.
It is. Can you? I mean, that never happens.
Never.
You have at least some kind of a little scuffle. Something happens, right? Even a fender bender, something happens, but nothing happened. That's amazing. It really is. And I love that.
Yeah. So some of the other sad were the devastating floods in Texas and actually in Arizona too.
Yes.
And children in Texas, they still haven't found some of them. I can't
That
even.
is, oh my God, that was horrible. Horrible. Yeah.
So awful.
Yeah. Still, yeah. All those parents, I can't imagine.
I can't either. I really can't.
Yeah, keep people like that in prayer.
And that's the thing. Yeah. And continue to. I can't imagine that.
Right.
Really can't. And then the fires in California. That was at the beginning of 2025.
That was insane.
Yeah, they said, I don't even know, hundreds of thousands of people were displaced during that fire. So many houses gone.
And to think that firefighters hooked up to a hydrant and nothing came out.
And nothing came out. And, I've seen where people say that their insurance was canceled right before these fires. And so I think there's a lot more to that.
There's still a lot going on there. You have people who, they can't get the permits because of, government bureaucracy. That's very common in these things. And it's so disgusting. And, how much of it is intentional, I don't know. There's a lot to be said about these fires, the same ones in Hawaii,
Yeah.
seem to be very convenient, right? And to think there's no water comes out of the hydrant. One of the most taxed places on this planet, right? The most heavily taxed. what people pay to live in California is
Oh my
insane.
gosh.
It's completely insane. And to think that that's like third world country,
Yeah.
that no water comes out. Just, it's crazy to me. Crazy. And maybe, you know, to me, that's something we take for granted. And I think we should be allowed to.
Yeah.
Right?
For
I mean, if you
sure.
have a fire, you're going to call 911. The
Right.
fire truck's going to show up and you expect they're going to put some damn water on it. That's just what you think's going to happen.
I know.
Too much to ask, I guess.
Yeah, right. Well, for California, for sure.
Shit balls. Quit moving to Arizona. Quit moving here.
Yeah,
Don't bring me nonsense
please.
here.
So then Hulk Hogan passed away.
Very
And
sad.
then Ozzy Osbourne.
That still makes me super sad.
I know.
Did you see? I just watched her on Sharon on Pierce Morgan yesterday. I'm not sure when it came out, but I watched it yesterday. Really, really sad. Really sad.
I'll have to watch.
And how wild, right? How wild to think of his life, you know, that because even Pierce Morgan said to her, he said, you and he both had to have been a little surprised that he actually lived as long as he did, really. Like all the crazy stuff he did, you know. But you know, all the crazy stuff he did, but yet he was really a very special person. He was. I feel that way. I always liked him a lot. And you know, a lot of these people, they do things for theatrics, you know.
Of course.
But his wasn't even necessarily theatrics. He didn't, like he said, he didn't even realize that that was real. You know, they always said it was a bat that he bit the head off of, right? But it was a dove, right?
You know, I went to his concert in high school, and I'm not even going to lie. That was my boyfriend in high school took me, and I said, I do not want to see him bite a head off of a bat.
I know.
I was so afraid of that, which it didn't happen, but.
Well, it's funny because people thought, okay, he did that for theatrics, right?
Right.
But he came out saying he didn't think it was, he freaked himself out more than he did anybody else. Really, he had to play along, but he thought it was fake. He didn't even know it was real when he did it. So he wasn't quite as crazy. Yeah, because he came out. I know. I can't. Oh, no. No, that's so wild.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a sad one though. That was sad.
Yeah, definitely.
And who else? Didn't somebody else?
He did live a long life though, and a good one, you know, so.
Well, like Sharon said, she said he smoked, you know, how many packs of cigarettes a day for 50 years.
Gosh.
Yeah. And drank, you know, he drank a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know all of his drug use, obviously. I don't know any of it personally, but, you know, you assume, and maybe you shouldn't assume, you know, obviously, I think I feel pretty sure he did drugs a little bit at least.
He definitely did drugs.
I'm pretty sure he did. But, and he, you know, he said some of the craziest shit, right? He sounded like a whack job a lot of times.
Yes. When you could understand what he was saying.
I was just going to say, I don't really know what he was saying most of the time. How funny. Yeah, that's so true, right?
Yes.
Oh my God. I used to watch the Osbournes. Did you?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's when the daughter, what's her name?
Kelly
was big.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Jack was too. They were I think they were at their like frumpy age. You know, you go through
Yeah.
phases and stuff. And you kind of will go through a frumpy, chubby-ish.
You're right.
Some people, not everyone, but a lot of times. Because he's not heavy now. She's like super thin.
That's because her and her mom take that weight loss shot. They've spoken about it.
Okay. See, I wasn't sure. I didn't know about that. I mean, she seems really thin.
Like too thin almost, but yeah.
Right.
You
But
can
then you figure
tell who's taking the shot because their face starts to sink in.
And the shot, what shot is that? Do you know what shot?
I don't know what exact one they're on, but the shots are more for people who are like diabetic and stuff, and people are now, that's the big thing right now. Everybody's doing the shot to lose weight. Sadly,
Ozempic or something.
Yeah, there's Ozempic. There's some other ones too.
Okay.
But you know, the bad thing with that is then in a year or two, these shots are going to be causing heart attacks and cancers, and you know how that goes.
Well, just wait for the class action suit.
Yeah,
there you go.
True. It's sad, but it's true.
Yeah. This is what happens. Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting off topic. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's good. I think it's good. I'm enjoying it.
But yeah, so that's some of the bad, you know, and sad that happened this year.
Who else passed away? Didn't somebody else pass? I don't know why I feel like somebody did, and I don't. Yeah. Must not be true.
Oh, you know what? Now that you say that. Well,
because it seemed like really fast. It was like really fast. Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, and I felt like somebody else, but
there is, and I cannot think. So if you guys know, put it in our comments, because it was a woman, wasn't it? A famous. Well, I don't want to stay on this too long, but yeah, if anybody else knows, put it in the comments, because I can't remember. I do feel like you're right. So yeah, and then President Trump returned as our president in 2025.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Thank God. For me, thank God.
But I was going to say, well, for us, we're very happy about it. I know not everybody is, but
you will be. I think history will be very telling. I think it's gonna, I think a lot of good things are happening. It's not so easy to see, maybe, a lot of this stuff, but a lot of things are happening that are really, they're really good. I believe myself, I do. And I think, prices aren't coming down like they should. It does. There is some touchy situations in a financial world. Not that I know a lot about it, but you got to be a little bit careful with some of that. So I would like to see gas come down. Gas has gone down. It's really crazy. I saw gas we were just in Boston. It is way cheaper in Boston than here. Even other counties, when we go up to Yavapai County, gas is a lot cheaper than here. And even, I just had someone tell me, just in Eloy, which is just not too far south of us. Have you ever been to Eloy?
No.
It's like, not far from Casa Grande.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's not. It's like $2.39 a gallon there, gas. It's not cheap here. So anyway, I thought I'd throw that out there. Everybody, fill up before you pull into Phoenix, because It's going to eat your ass up.
Yeah, we are always one of the highest. I mean, obviously we're not as high as California, but yeah, we always, our gas is always on the higher
I know.
end. So what about any good things that happened for you in 2025?
Well, I have really good things happen for me every day. I do have an amazing life. I'm very, very fortunate, very blessed. What Jack has done super, super well in school. He's just done amazing. I think his communication is just it's gotten really wild. Like even yesterday, it dawned on me, like just in the parking lot, he's talking to other kids. He's all saying bye to his friends. Yeah, just in the like, and you talk to him and you're like, did you have a good day? Yes. He talks about it. Just doing amazing. He's doing so well. I'm just super, super excited about it. And we had Mr. Snoddy and I went to Boston to see my sister-in-law. We surprised her. She was super surprised. She told me that was her best Thanksgiving ever.
Aww.
She was super excited. Yeah,
Love
it was awesome. We had it was a really good trip because like a lot of times when we go there, we go for something specific.
Oh,
and we
okay.
just go and leave, and we took a lot of walks around, Mr. Snoddy's hometown and, right the home he grew up in. And it was just really, really nice, really nice. And she decided to come here and celebrate our Christmas with us. So she'll be here in a few days.
I love that so much.
Me too.
I love
Me
that.
too. Absolutely love that.
And I love her. She's such a great person. And you know what I wanted to say about Jack was at his birthday party, he talked to me about opening his gifts, remember? And I couldn't believe it, how much he was
Right.
talking that day. And he's talking even more now, it seems. So that's really amazing.
Oh, it's wild. It's super wild. He I can't even think, like he actually was said the other day, I think I sent you the video of him saying he was going to Dobby's house.
Yes. Yeah, and I cried. I always cry.
Me too. Like I was just like, no way. And now he just like yesterday, he was like Dobby's house. Like now he just says it. And he just says
love
Dobby
that.
a lot now.
I love that.
I know. It's awesome. It's awesome. I can't wait for you to have grandbabies.
I know. And then, so you'll be with all of your family this weekend. So that's exciting.
Yep, we're celebrating our one of our daughters lives out of state. She's going to be in town this weekend, so we're having our Christmas this week, and I'll go to my brother's on the day before to his party, and then my sister-in-law will be here, and then Errol, all the kids and grandkids and everybody will be here on Sunday to celebrate. And my sister-in-law will be here, and another one of my sisters will be here this year that's not normally here. So
that'll be great. And we'll discuss that more on our next video too.
Right. Yep. Something to talk about.
Yep. Yeah. For me, I think my best thing for the year is my son him and his wife buying their first home.
I love that.
It was a rough time because we had to put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the house, and we were on a time crunch to get it done. And because you and Mr. Snoddy came and helped, but it's such a good thing.
Oh, it is a wonderful thing. And you know what? It's so cute. It is absolutely cute as can be. I love that house. I love it. The dads were there doing stuff that somebody taught them how to do a long time ago, and the younger ones were learning too. You know, your son was learning from them, and I watched him watching them and learning, and I thought that was super awesome. And so did Mr. Snotty. When we left there, he said that was so cool. He said, I love the way that worked out. Like,
Yeah, I actually have a picture of my son standing. Both of our husbands are at the saws, and my son standing behind them, watching them do it. And the next day, I came over to his house and he was on the saw, and I said, I didn't know you knew how to cut the flooring. And he said, Mom, what do you think I did? I was watching them yesterday learning. So I thought
yes.
that was so cool because my husband can do everything just like yours. He can do
Mhm.
everything, electrical, drywall, everything. But he learned from watching his dad and, other people. So it's nice. My son's learning so much. And when you finally have your own house, you just want to
Right.
do so
Right.
much to it. So
Right.
that's
And so
my
many things happen. So many things happen. And, you got to call somebody to fix it, or you got to know how to fix it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And it's awesome. It just seeing you know, this has happened for us forever. All the kids have learned so much from Mr. Snotty,
Oh
so
yeah.
many things. And you just love seeing this. And not even that, to me, that it's just a really cool thing. Like, even every once in a while, my daughter will call him. And it's always weird to me because I'll hear him on the phone and I'm like, who is that? It sounds weird. Like, she has certain questions. And so she always knows that he knows.
I love
I
that.
just love things. I love those
Yes.
generational things that you learn, right? Whenever they learn, the kids, we teach them to cook, or we teach them whatever we do.
Yeah.
And all the different things. And yeah, your son's home. That was such an awesome thing. It's a lot of work for you guys. I know you
Yeah.
guys, but it's that feel good work, such feel
It
good work.
Yeah, and it definitely was. And now that they made it their own, I love that for them. I love that. In fact, they're having Christmas. It's really her parents do Thanksgiving and then we do Christmas, but because it's their first year in their new home, we're letting them have it. My husband and I are having it catered. Of course, they don't have to take care of that, but it'll be at their new house, which they're really excited for. And they have gone all out in decorating. So,
Oh, I love that. I
yeah,
love it.
yes. And
That's
I
super.
gave
And yeah, they have so much pride. They have so much pride in it.
and I gave them a lot of my Christmas stuff that was my mom's. My mother-in-law had given me so much that I was able to give him. So it's nice. And it's funny. My mother-in-law said, I used to love coming to your house and seeing my stuff all decorated in your house. And she goes, now I can go to his and see it there too. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's so cool.
yeah, yeah. So
I
so
love
yeah.
that. I love it. That's awesome.
So
And plus they're really close now.
I know. I love that. Now I just need a grandbaby. That's what I'm hoping
Yep.
for 2026.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I hope maybe you'll get a Christmas present.
Oh, no, I think that would be too soon. But maybe next year, Christmas.
Yeah. Whenever it happens, it'll be wonderful.
Yes.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to happen. It's a different world. It is a different world.
Yeah, I can't wait either. I definitely can't. And we want to hear from you guys. Let us know your favorite parts of 2025 as well. We would love to hear from you and put it in our comments and tell us all the good things that happened to you this year or your
Yeah,
favorite
all the
parts of
amazing
the
things.
year.
Yeah, and finding the good parts, trying to pick out the best of even the bad things.
Yeah, always.
Because there's something good comes from stuff. It
It
always
truly
does, even though
does.
it's hard.
It truly does. And even though it doesn't seem like it at the time, sometimes, when you're going through it,
Right.
It does.
Yeah. It's hard sometimes too. I always say that, everything does happen for a reason, and we don't always get to know what that reason is.
No.
But we just have to keep faith that, there was a reason, obviously there was. Really hard to get sometimes, very hard, but and try to find some really good things that might come out of it. And all in all, everybody has their health and their getting together with the whole family for Christmas. That's a blessing. That's a wonderful thing to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we would love to hear, anything that you think about 2025.
I know. It's almost 2026. So, with that, we should probably end it.
Say goodbye.
Yep. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Yes, we do. We can't wait. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.